We're, we're
Hi there, this is Neil Kilbey and
Peter Schmitz. Yes, we're going live here. We're going live. Right on cue when the humor hits. Yes.
Okay, so today we're continuing with Claude Hopkins, and Claude Hopkins, as we said, it's 100 years since he wrote this, and one of the most important things he says about advertising is this in chapter 2, which is, let's emphasize the point. The only purpose of advertising is to make sales. It is profitable or unprofitable according to its actual sales. It is not for general effect. It is not to keep your name before the people. It is not primarily to aid your other salesmen. It makes sales. Peter.
He's pretty direct in that statement. He's basically saying the advertising sells or it gets out, right? It's kind of like a sales guy. If you have a salesman and he doesn't sell, he gets fired. So I find it interesting that he says it's not designed to help the branding. He didn't use the word branding, or to help make it easier for the salesman to make a sale, which I would argue in today's world, some of the advertising is done for that purpose. Now, that's not what Claude is saying, but that's an interesting statement.
But in our AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action, we can see what the advertising is doing and whether it's working.
Well, he's basically saying, if you can't justify it with direct sales to offset the cost, don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you can't tangibly see the effects from it,
yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
and how much money in today's world does Nike spend on branding? Right? They pay Michael Jordan millions of dollars to wear their shoes. Does that sell shoes? They would argue it does, but Claude Hopkins might argue it doesn't.
Well, I don't think Claude's talking at that level. I mean, most of the people that we're speaking to are going to be less than $20 million a year. True. Most people are going to be north of 1 and south of 10. Okay, and we're not talking about branding. Awareness maybe, but branding as a simple. Nike is associated with.
Yeah, it was a different type of example. Yeah, I mean, Claude, and he's very scientific. Everything he did, he wanted to prove it was worth spending the money. I have no argument with what Claude is teaching. None.
Well, you can't argue with Claude because he's been gone a little while now. But
yes, he has.
Yeah, you missed him by 90 years.
Rest his soul, yes.
But his fundamental point is that we are advertising to make sales. There's a logical link between what we're doing and the actual amount of sales that we do. So a lot of people out there may be using radio or television, and they've done it historically. Any comments on that?
Well, there are people doing radio and television, and for many people in the categories we're talking about, the $1 million to $10 million in business, it's a waste of money. And I had a client last year that was doing radio, and I said, "What are you spending on it?" I said, "What are you getting in return?" He says, "I don't know." I said, "Stop. Yeah. Stop. You can't. It's very difficult for a small business to measure radio unless they're directly driving them to an event."
Well, I measured it.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. I spent $15,000 and I measured nothing.
Well, then you. I'm not going to say any more.
Absolutely nothing. That was one of my better ones.
Well, I'm not going to say any more. Talk to your friend Claude.
Right. Okay. But there are if we cannot see a direct link, because Claude was a big man for tokens, wasn't he? For vouchers or whatever, some way of recognizing where the sales had come from.
You have to get that device so the sale was from the advertisement, or it didn't work like so. But anyway, you did $15,000 and got nothing. I want to rub that in a little bit because that's a good story.
What's the question?
I think we should wrap it before you dig a deeper hole. Yes, I think
it's one of my scars I wear with pride. Okay. All right, everybody. That's what we were trying to say there. Somewhere along the line is that advertising has to pay its way. We need to know the results that it's proving. Okay, and some way, shape, or form, we need to work that out. If we don't, then why are we doing it? Okay. So thank you, everybody. That's lovely. We'll catch up with you on Monday. Thank you, everyone.
Have a great one.
Cheers.